Okay, our next speaker is Martin Lechner. He's Wikitude's CTO, the company behind the Wikitude SDK and the Wikitude World Browser. In addition to his day-to-day job at Wikitude, he is chairing the Augmented Reality Markup Language, ARML, 2.0 standards working group within the Open Geospatial Consortium, OGC. Okay, this is Martin. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. Well, Martin Lechner, CTO of Wikitude, and as we are pretty short on time, I'm just going to jump right into the Wikitude SDK and what we are actually offering you as a developer. Well, first and foremost, the Wikitude SDK combines geo-based and image recognition-based augmented reality. Geo-based is sometimes also referred to as sensor-based AR, with the GPS and accelerometers and sensors like that. The content is created using web technologies with the Wikitude SDK. So things that you know from web-based development like HTML5, JavaScript, CSS can be used in a Wikitude SDK. So this is the API that you're actually working on. So the Wikitude SDK is a high-level SDK. You don't have to worry about projection matrices and all that kind of stuff, all the complex maths behind AR. We are already doing that for you. You don't have to worry about that. The Wikitude SDK is available on Android, iOS, and BlackBerry 10. And as we are cross-platform here, as you see, we also do support some cross-platform libraries like PhoneGap and Titanium, the accelerator plugin, which is available for download for you on our website. So if you have developed with the Wikitude SDK, you will have seen that the Wikitude SDK is built on three main building blocks. One is the geo-based, the Geo-AR engine. Second one is the 3D engine, and the third one is the image recognition engine. These are the three main building blocks of the SDK. And up to very recently, we are using the Vuforia SDK from Qualcomm for the image recognition tracking. But we're happy to announce this week, actually, that we will release a new update of our Wikitude SDK very soon, where we will actually drop the support of the Vuforia SDK and come out with an in-house, fully optimized and seamlessly integrated AR solution for image recognition within our SDK. It's really developed by us just to give you the possibility to have a fully optimized package in hand. And this is going to be out very soon. It's going to be in a couple of days. We are already in our final testing cycles. So you will see a new update of the SDK very soon, and again, with a fully optimized package. So what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to track more than 1,000 targets at the same time offline. So if you have targets which you actually want to track in your scenario, in your solution, you can actually take these targets, upload it to our target management system. That's what we call it so far. And this is what you're going to be able to do, basically. You get a Wikitude targets collection out of these images that you're uploading at the same time. As I said, about 1,000 targets is possible. And what you do then is, again, the JavaScript API that you can use or that is actually the Wikitude SDK. You reference the target collection that you can download from the target management tool, and then you can reference these the targets that you're actually tracking with something that we call the trackable 2D object. So with these couple of lines here, you will be able to track something already. You don't have to do anything else. That's all you need to do with the Wikitude SDK. And as you see here, you are not just referencing the target, the Wikitude target collection and an ID which references the target. You can then set the drawables, which are the things that are actually visible in the screen, like 3D models, like HTML drawables and stuff like that. So there's a full range of drawables that you can actually place on top of the target, which then can be used in any scenario here. So these are, again, 2-3 lines of code to actually make that happen. Now let's come to some selected SDK features, and unfortunately I don't have the time to do a deep dive into the Wikitude SDK, but we will just run through 2 or 3 SDK features which are, in our opinion, somehow noteworthy. First of all, HTML drawables. That's something that we found very useful for our projects, and also the developers out there who were actually developing with the Wikitude SDK found very useful. Sometimes you have the necessity to actually be very, very flexible in terms of what you actually want to render in an AR scenario. Like, not just like text or images, but all these combined, like the flexibility you have in web pages, basically. So what we support in the Wikitude SDK is HTML drawable. So you can fully customize all the content that you actually want to render in HTML and just attach it to these trackable objects or to the geo objects or, that you are actually tracking in the SDK. And again, fully flexible, full HTML support in the Wikitude SDK. Another thing, 3D models. Of course, this is kind of a natural thing. You want to do support 3D models in an augmented reality SDK. We do support FBX and Collada files. What you do is we provide a tool which is called the Wikitude 3D encoder, which is being fed with the files that you actually want to show in the Wikitude SDK. And these things are converted into a model format that is actually, again, fully optimized for our rendering engine. So we are really trying to provide developers with optimized tools here. So we are not just working with the file formats that are out there and then do some complex renderings. We're actually all trying to optimize that before you're actually rendering it in the scene. So what you get with the Wikitude 3D encoder is a fully optimized 3D package, which you just feed into the application, and it will be rendered in an optimized way. We do support animations, 3D animations like skeleton animations. You can make things walk. We do support 3D transformations and, well, the natural things that you would expect from a 3D solution. And there's a lot more. Again, unfortunately, this is not a deep dive, but you can check it out online. Of course, the specification is online and all tutorials. We do support something that we call the radar, where you will actually see where these points of interest or these objects that you're actually tracking will go in your scenario. This is on the very top left. We do support direction indicators, which means that you're looking for some particular object that you're tracking. You don't know where, in fact, this thing is actually located in a 3D scene. So you will see a kind of, a direction indicator, which you can specify. You can fully customize that, like this blue arrow here, which tells you that you have to look up to the right somehow to get that object. We do support relative locations, relative to the user, for example, and we have full animations and event handling support. You can actually react on events like clicks, like objects moving out or into the field of vision, and a lot more events that you can actually, link to and perform some JavaScript actions, whatever you want. So you, again, have the full flexibility to do that. Some SDK showcases who is actually using our SDK. We have big brands doing that. This is a selection here. We do have IBM and Ogilvy. Actually, they did an application for the Wimbledon tennis tournament. We do have Zalando, which was showcased at a car show in Switzerland. Red Bull is using our SDK. There was a promotional application for the Ice Age 4 movie. We have something for a Ski World Cup, for London, for TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor was working with our SDK and is working with our SDK. And we had an application for the London Olympics in 2012, developed by Xomo. And all the showcases are, of course, on our webpage. You can check it out and get inspired by what other people have done. Inspired. Now, but what if, we talked a lot about, or I've talked about, developers and what you can do as a developer. But what if you're not a developer, for example? Or if you do not want to start development from scratch? Or if you're looking for a tool to help you in assisting with the development of these augmented reality experiences? So there's a second thing that we can announce today. We actually have a tool for you which will help you in, creating these augmented reality experiences, these awesome things, which is called the Wikitude Studio. The Wikitude Studio is easy AR creation for everyone. So you don't have to be a programmer to do that. It is a fully web-based tool. You can just log on to our website. There are no dependencies. You don't have to care about libraries and all that kind of stuff. It's really web-based, just a URL. It's a fully drag-and-drop interface to create augmented reality experiences. We do support 3D models, 2D models, all the stuff that I was just presenting, on a high level, what the Wikitude SDK can do. You can also now not just program it, but also use Wikitude Studio, drag and drop, and create augmented reality experiences. So the Wikitude Studio basically will be the AR content management system for you. So you can create your app, you can link it to the Wikitude Studio, change the augmented reality scenario, and it will be updated in your app. You don't have to program, basically. It's fully customizable, a content management system as you would expect it. So, well, a video says more than 1,000 words sometimes, but actually here I'm going to switch over to myself here, let myself explain you the Wikitude Studio again in more detail. We need audio for that? Is it on? Yeah, thank you. Hi, I'm Martin, Wikitude CTO, and I have fantastic news to share with you today. We're launching the Wikitude Studio, the world's easiest web-based augmented reality creation tool. By logging onto Wikitude Studio on our website, you can let your creativity go wild. Create your own amazing augmented reality apps. No programming skills needed. Put magic on print media, billboards, brochures, packaging, or even apparel, like t-shirts. The sky is the limit. Along with Studio, we are also launching a fully optimized update of our Android and iOS SDK, integrating our own image recognition and tracking engine, built completely in-house by our talented Wikitude development team. But enough of talking. Let me show you the ease of use of the Wikitude Studio and the power of our technology. Simply log on to studio.wikitude.com, create a new project, or open an existing one. Start adding target images via drag and drop. In this example, we will create a full-page print ad for an Italian supersports car. We've already chosen the target image, and we're now adding augmentations. We're starting by adding a 3D model of this amazing Italian vehicle. You can position and scale it to where you want it to appear later on the target image. You can rotate it and even change the opacity if needed. Of course, the most important element of your AR experience is the call to action. You can add buttons to web pages, Twitter, Facebook, and the like. You can add videos or whatever suits your particular project best. In this example, we are adding a Book Now button for a test drive, linking to the car manufacturer's website. Once you're done, you can export your project to create a unique URL referencing your project. One of the great features of the Wikitude Studio is that you can test your project during the creation process. Simply click on the Preview on Device button. The target images will then appear on the screen. Simply use your device to experience your creation come to life. And that's it. It only took a couple of minutes to create this fantastic experience, sure to engage your users and your customers. All right. Yeah, 1 minute. All right. It's the last slide, so don't worry. So again, the Wikitude Studio will be launched together with our new SDK, which will be in a couple of days. Again, we are in our final testing cycles. So if you want to get information about Wikitude Studio and want to make sure that you're the first one to be notified when this is actually live, log on to studio.wikitude.com, sign up for our newsletter, and you will get notified as soon as this is live. If you're interested in our SDK, we have wikitude.com/developer for you, where you can download, the SDK as such, and the full package, all the tools that you need, tutorials and samples, documentation, getting started guide. You can also register for the newsletter here. And if you have any questions, there is the forum, which is available to you on forum.wikitude.com. You can, actually get in touch with the Wikitude staff and ask questions, about the SDK and what to do, troubleshooting and stuff. But you can also get in touch with other developers. It's an active forum. Other people are actually also talking about the Wikitude SDK here. So if you have any questions, that's, the point of contact for you. All right, and that's it. I think that was 1 minute. So if you have any questions, feel free now. I think we have 1 minute for questions. So go ahead.
Why don't you sit here?
Sure.
Any questions? One.
What is the pricing on the studio?
Hello?
Repeat the question, that's why it's not on yet.
Oh, okay. Is it on? Well, I'm just
Go
going to
ahead.
go here. Pricing of the Wikitude Studio will be free for you in a first period, so feel free to sign up. And then there's going to be, well, some kind of charge together with the SDK, well, depending on whatever you're doing here. But it will be free at the very beginning. Sure. Go ahead.
What are the platform minimum requirements for the 1,000 target images on the client?
Well, there are the latest devices. Basically, we tested it on iPad 3, and there was 1,000 targets.
Your licensing, is that per app or is that per company or?
Well, question about licensing. We do have an agency license, which means that you are paying well per year, in fact, so you can develop as many apps as you want. And there's also a fee if you want to choose that one per app, which gives you the right to publish an app, which is of course cheaper than an agency license. All the information you require is available on wikitude.com/developer.
I think we're done with time for questions. Thank you, Martin. Sorry to kick you off with but we got to move on.